Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land, and this puts it into perspective. How small of a cabin am I living in? Well, it's being hidden by the baler. We got the baler over here with the McCormick because we're ready to go ahead and harvest the wheat today. Yes, the wheat is ready in the month of July. So I slept through the night, woke up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess it's time for harvest, and since the weather's good, we're going to go ahead and do that today. Like always, when I wake up in the morning, check on the store to see what's for sale. And something kind of interesting is in the store for sale. I've been thinking about it. Let's go. You probably already know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the Case Module Express. 53% off. That is a really, really good price. I thought about it because we do have a cotton harvest this year. I got the money where I can afford it. I've been fighting with myself. So we're going to have one this year, obviously, to harvest the cotton that we have. The original leasing fee is going to be like 25 grand. And if it's like it was last year, with the 3 fields there, not including that one, it took us almost 3 hours. So I had to pay for an additional 2 hours. So it's a little over $10,000 per extra hour. So we're talking about $45,000 to lease the cotton module harvester. And I was awfully close to the third hour, so it's probably going to be closer to $55,000 to lease the cotton module harvester this year. And I was trying to think, is it worth it? I'm like, okay, I either just spend $55,000 to lease it, or I take that $55,000 I'm going to lease it and put it into buying the used one, which means that I would have to pay an additional $175,000 in a way. It doesn't seem that bad. I know, but then again, I'm starting to think, when's the next time I'm going to be doing cotton? Not too sure. I got a little time to think about it. I just don't know what I want to do yet. Anyways, I need to get to the task at hand today, which is harvesting these fields here. So let me pull on up, hitch this up, and hopefully, I have a hard time finding the manual attach for this PTO shaft, so hopefully it's relatively simple today. There we go. Not too bad. Alright, I got a half a tank of fuel in the combine, and for what we're doing, I think we are fine. We don't need that much. Also today, I need to go ahead and sell the tomatoes and the eggs. Everything's going to be brought down to the supermarket. The one thing I need to make sure is, make sure we're on straw swath, and we are, so we're all set there. Let's go ahead and unfold the combine, because we need to go ahead and do that. Not going to get myself a worker to follow behind me for the straw because it's not that many rows that we have here. But I am also starting to think that maybe it's time just to make one field for the chickens instead of having 3. The reason behind that is because I'm starting to get a lot of work here on the farm, so getting ready to maybe start hiring Frank a little bit more and his family to start helping around the farm a little bit more. So instead of having to keep switching workers from 1, 2, and 3 fields, maybe it's time just to make one big field for the chickens and be done with it. That way we just have to plant one field, and we can call that the chicken field. So I'm thinking maybe merge the field that's in front of us, not the one we're harvesting, but the one in front of us, and just kind of make that into a bigger cereal crop field. And then maybe delete this field here altogether? I'm not sure. Another thing I want to get into is start making some more fields and get ready to start planting some canola and also maybe sunflowers. So basically oil rape kind of crop. The reason being, you may have saw last week on the Giants Mod Hub, there was a mod out there for more production buildings. And it allows us to make a lot more things. So you may have saw, I talked about it last week, I think. Let me go into here and we'll go into the price menu. If I scroll all the way down to the bottom, there are some more things that we can make. We can make French fries, premium potatoes, noodles, tomato sauce, mixed salad, oat drink, oatmeal, popcorn, soy drink, strawberry ice cream. It allows us to actually maybe start producing or making other crop that we didn't have production buildings for, and doing that. So we only have to put down one building. It's only $50,000, so I'm thinking about putting it down just to see what's inside. I haven't even really looked at it, but I do have the mod installed and ready to go, obviously, because we can look at the pricing of what they sell for. So I'm thinking like with the salad, it's going to take maybe the tomatoes and some lettuce, so maybe we can get some more greenhouses down, try to spice up a little more around here. I don't want to change the main farm here too much. The shed where the combine came out of, that's going to stay. The chicken coop, Cluck Hughes stays there. Eventually the cabin that we're staying in is going to go bye-bye because we're going to be putting down a house. The money's coming in good, as we have seen. So, yeah. And also I look at the sugar factory as well because I'm thinking about doing sugar beet next year. So we can start making maybe some cakes in the bakery. And that is like 80,000 grand as well. So not too bad for pricing. Since we'll have clothes next April to sell. And of course we'll have furniture. Furniture does the body good. It did good yesterday. In last episode. Actually, if you're watching this live, it wasn't yesterday, it was a couple days ago. But yeah, last episode we sold furniture. I didn't see how much we actually got for the furniture. I probably could check here in a minute, but it's usually like 150 grand, somewhere around there. I could probably sell some today. I probably got like 7,000 liters of furniture to sell. Actually, no, because we sold the furniture in the afternoon, so I probably got like 3 or 4, maybe 3,000 liters of furniture. So I could probably get another 7, 8 grand for the furniture. But we don't need the money. Well, we need the money, but we don't need it for today. The wheel loader was still for sale in the storage. You may have saw. That is kind of interesting. But like I said, we got wants and needs, and I've been through that a couple times recently, so I'm not going to go through that. And right now, the next thing we are going to need is a tanker for the milk. I'm thinking about just grabbing the milk and bringing it on down so we can start making some cheese and get the dairy godmother up and running. I mean, it won't be running for long. It's not that much, not that much milk. But as we saw, was it almost $2,000 per 1,000 liters of cheese? Seems relatively like a nice profitable item to have. But we've been making a lot of money recently. Been spending a lot of money, and things are starting to come along here. I mean, every week when I get into No Man's Land and start prepping the videos for the week, think what we're going to do. It seems like lately it's like, oh, we got, before it was like I got to skip a couple days, we got to wait for this, wait for that. Now it's like I got to do this, got to do that. It's like today when I woke up in July, we're harvesting the wheat, and the grass field is ready over by the cow barn. That is ready to be harvested and cut. We're going to make that into some silage. I'm thinking about trading in our loading wagon, so I might do that today as well. Trade a loading wagon, maybe buy a bigger one. It just saved me a lot of trips back and forth is what it does. And you know what? I am not even going to bother with a trailer. The heck with the trailer right now. I was going to get the T6 and bring the trailer on over. A trailer upgrade I would like, but that's something I want, not that we need, because the only thing we're going to need the trailer for this year is the wheat itself. So I'm not too concerned about it. Might as well save myself a process. Instead of getting the T6 and, like I said, the trailer, might as well just come over here and just dump it right on in. And eventually, maybe even a bigger combine, but that's down the road. Because now that we got 4 cotton fields and 3 fields over here. So I mean, that's 7 fields we got to harvest. This combine is doing rather well. I may keep it. I may just buy a second one. But I'm thinking maybe we put down another factory just so we can make like tossed salad, French fries, which means we'll have to get into potatoes. Now, we got a lot of stuff that we can get ourselves into. That's one thing I like about the production buildings when they came along here in 22. I mean, production buildings have actually been around in a way since 15, Farming Simulator 15, but they're always mods. But now it's kind of like base game, but now there are modded ones coming out. Definitely adds to the enjoyment of making. I mean, before, what would you make potatoes for in Farming Simulator, other than probably to feed some pigs? Unless you had a mod, you weren't really wanting to maybe get the potatoes, unless you just wanted to try a different crop for the heck of it. And do start, by the way, I was going to mention last episode, I kind of brought it up, I kind of forgot, but start leaving comments below if you want us to do sugar beet or sugar cane to do sugar, to make sugar with. We can do it with sugar cane or sugar beet. Now, sugar beet, I know, that's not that hard to do. I've done that enough. Harvest sugar beet and bring it on in. Sugarcane, I may actually have to look into the equipment, what we need to do that, because I've never done it. I remember when it came out, I watched a couple of videos. I think I may have watched Mr. Sealy P and Daggerway, of course, probably the two most common names that we kind of know about for Farming Simulator. I know there's many others, but those are the ones I kind of keep an eye on. And I watched it and like, yeah, that's just not for me. And of course, it didn't really fit into what I was doing on the map because sugarcane, you know, it's not really grown in a lot of areas. I know a few of you out there as well have said, yeah, I've never done sugarcane either. So maybe we'll do it just to have a look at it. But I mean, if I do one field, it's going to be, I'm not going to do half sugar beet, half sugarcane, because that's just getting way too expensive for leasing all that equipment. So I'll have to look into, you know, see what you guys, I mean, just rather just do sugar beet. Yeah, we got that down pat. Just get a planter and do what we need to do. So like I said, start leaving some comments below if you want to see sugar beet or sugar cane, or doesn't really matter to you. Maybe it doesn't. The other thing I want to mention, because I did go over and check it before I started recording, I was checking on the sheep. I had to move the wool out of the spawn area because they're getting kind of full. So if you remember our previous grass field over there, we planted cotton in it, and it said weeds were growing. And we went over there with a weeder to take out the weeds before they started growing. I went over there, and the only spot where the weeds are growing are the spots I missed. Every other place I went with a weeder, no grass, no grass, yeah, hopefully no grass, no weeds have shown up yet in those areas. And it doesn't say weeds are growing either. So I think in the future, if we get to the point to where we're not plowing every field to get stones, we can go ahead and get ourselves a weeder and take care of the fields. That way we don't get weeds at all. Another thing I did mention last episode as well at the end, I got to start thinking about maybe getting like a slurry tanker possibly for taking care of the grass field over there. Which reminds me, I did not fertilize that grass and it's ready to be harvested. So it's not going to be a great yield. Yep, forgot to fertilize that grass before I slept through the day. I was going to do it at the end of last episode and forgot to do it. Yeah, so the yield is going to be like 73%, something like that. Not that it's a big deal because we're doing fine on silage, we're doing fine on hay, so it's not a big loss. So there's that. I mean, yeah, we could say, well, if we fertilize it, we got more grass, could have made more silage. And I remember I said I was going to be done selling silage, but the cows are not going through that much TMR, and we're going to have plenty of silage, so I may go ahead and sell some more. So I may get to the point of, you know what, if we're going to keep doing that for a while, maybe, you know, buying that belt and just having it around would be very good. Now, if I do start selling silage, I probably would want to get ourselves a bigger trailer. But that's something that we won't be doing for a while anyways. So I need to sell the silo bunker that's over here. After I get to harvesting this field while it's on my mind, let's go ahead and we'll sell the silo bunker that's over here that we originally were using with the grass field over here. Just to get rid of it because we don't need it, and yeah, I'll get like 10 grand for it, so not too bad. And maybe with that 10 grand I sell the silo bunker with, I'm going to take it and just pay off a little more of that loan again. See, if you watch my series long enough, if I got cash in Farming Simulator, it's like I got to buy something. What can I do with it? What can I do with it? We got a lot we can do with it here in No Man's Land. We got a ways to go. Am I going to finish this row? I am going to finish this row. And so I think it's time for the chickens to make this one bigger field. That way, you know, instead of, like I said, hiring Frank to plow one field, then another, we can just have one field. It's like go to work and not have to worry about you for a while, and you'll take care of the field. That's going in there. All right, let's actually try to get it into the chute. That'd be good. Oh, nope. There we go. Now it's in. Now it's in there. Now, another thing I wanted to check, while it's unloading, I do want to go to the animals for a second. And I want to go to the chickens. Where's Ronnie the rooster? So it looks like your animals, once they reach 60 months, it doesn't count any more than that, because Ronnie the rooster has been stuck at 60 months forever. So what I might do with the sheep, when the sheep start reaching 60 months old, we'll start selling them and let them reproduce. Because right now it's $1,000 per sheep. For I think our oldest sheep, I should say. Not for every sheep that we got, but for our oldest ones. So also leave a comment below, what would you do if you had that cotton module harvester for sale in the store and you have a cotton harvest coming on up, but if you're not going to be doing cotton again for a few years, would you save the money and just buy other things, or would you buy the cotton module harvester just to have it when you decide to do it? I guess with the cotton module, if we had the cotton module harvester, I guess every year I could just take one field and dedicate that to planting cotton. And I don't have to worry about leasing the module harvester because you have it. But I'm just thinking, you know, if I go ahead and do buy it, I mean, there goes all the money that I currently have, and buying a lot of other things will have to be put on hold again. So that's why I'm leaning about with this lease again this year, because I don't plan on doing cotton probably for a couple more years. Maybe by then another one will come up for sale, and then we'll worry about it then. So that's the way I'm leaning currently. All right, here is one field harvested. I'm going to drive the 770 over here. Get ready for the next harvest. I'm probably going to harvest the other fields and take care of those in between the episodes. I don't want to do the whole episode of me just harvesting. Let's go jump into McCormick, and we're going to... No. Before that, like I said, we're going to go and sell that silo bunker. Owned items. Where is that? Oh, no. I think I got to go into construction. To sell construction items, you got to actually go back into construction. Where are we? Here we are. And then over here. There it is. Right, so if I click on that, yeah, I'll get 10,132 bucks for that. Let's go ahead and sell that. Yes, please. Oh, they left the concrete foundation there. Man. All right, and the thing I said I want to do with that 10,000, we're going to take that as lost money, and we're going to repay another $10,000 off, leaving with $70,000 more to pay off. Little by little, like I said, we'll nibble at that, and once that's gone, we don't have to worry about it anymore. I do like having the wild animals in the game now, the deer. Adding those into the game are kind of nice. Now, if the deer actually cause a problem like eating your crops, that'd be kind of interesting. Okay, unfold the baler. Now we do got some hay in here from doing the grass field a few episodes ago. And immediately it switches right on over to straw, which is fine. So I'm probably going to try to guesstimate when we make this new cereal crop field, or add to it. I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger. We're going to get rid of that field as well. Maybe keep some of it. And as for what am I going to do for the space here? This space here could be set aside for the horses. So we'll clear out, we'll get rid of the field. We'll paint some grass back in. And this field will be gone. I did laugh when I brought this on over and parked it next to our little cabin here. Like, wow, the baler is about half the size of our cabin. And the other thing I do want to buy here this year with some cash is finally we're going to buy the stone picker. Just because we're not going to be using it all the time. I think it's time to buy it. I have not gotten lucky to see it on sale, but we've been leasing it, and it's I don't want to say rather expensive, but it's like over $2,000 each time we lease it. I think by now I probably would have paid for half of one. Be my guess. I think I've leased it 5 times. Actually, this is year number 7, so I probably have leased it 7 times. Just in the early days, we didn't have the cash. Yeah, I think it's a good decision to finally merge these 3 fields into one this year and get it set. We do have to plant the cereal crop. Is it September/October? We have to plant the wheat/barley. And hopefully I go big enough that we have enough feed for the chickens. So just got to go ahead and plan when I'm making the field to try to eyeball it up and make sure we got enough for the chickens for the year. So I think it's time to upgrade the field, upgrade our loading wagon. That loading wagon has served us well. But now that we got the equipment, we can go that route. Still waiting for the animated sheds to come out. I keep thinking about messaging Alien Jim to find out what's going on with that. So it's been a while since he told me that Giants had it for testing, and I haven't seen them come out, so I'm not sure. Also, you may or may not know, and I think you may have saw one of his videos, Alien Jim, that he's possibly working on a new map. I think he's working on a new map. I haven't got confirmation on that, but I think he's working on one. So maybe he's saving it for that. Not too sure. As we know, maps take a long time to put together. I appreciate all the modders in Farming Simulator 22. Especially map modders, because like I said, it takes like I don't know how many hours. I've heard like 500 to 600 hours to put into a decent map. But even then, sometimes we've seen maps come out and there's some flaws in them. Alright, so here is the straw for this field here. For the last time. Now the thing is, when I create a bigger field over there, that's going to need lime and all the tender loving care that it needs. I didn't want to turn off the engine. I wanted to turn off the baler. Let's go ahead and spit those out. And now with the auto loader that we got, I'll come over and pick those up later on. Or leave the McCormick right in the middle of the field. Let's go grab our T6. So someone did mention, though, this is actually a good point to talk about right now, about weeding. And I was just talking about it earlier in this episode. They said, well, weeds aren't growing. Doing it with the weeder, you're not doing anything. If you look in the field, it says on the bottom right-hand corner, weeds, they are growing. But if you go to the page, and we go up here, and then what page is it here? Yeah, so even though the weeds are growing, and you look over here, it doesn't show them growing at all. But they are technically grown. We just don't see them. That is just like stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, so on and so forth. But if I were to take the weeder in here and pull them out, I think would be good. But someone did say when I did the weeder over there before I did it that you need to weed after you plant. So if I think if I went over and weeded that field and then planted, it's going to say weeds are growing again. So I would wait until after you plant. Or do a test. Weed the field, then plant, and then see if it says weeds are growing again. All right, so tomatoes and eggs need to go to the supermarket. The eggs, the best price is at the supermarket. The best price for tomatoes is actually down at the farm shop, but we're only talking a couple dollars, so I'm just going to make one trip on down with what we have here. And don't get too excited. Yes, we still got the auto loader for the truck, but that's over at Heard That by the cow barn, and we don't really need it for what we're carrying today. Alright, let's go ahead and grab these as well. Strap them in. Alright, so 3,000 liters of tomatoes and almost 9,000 liters of eggs. The price of eggs isn't the greatest because I think we're in the lowest time of the year. But let's go ahead and double check on where were we. Eggs are going to be way up here. Yeah, the price is coming on down. So, but, you know, we said every 2 months we'll try to sell the perishable items instead of stockpiling them for each, you know, all year round. I probably should check on the furniture as well and sell that. Because, I mean, we are at the peak season for furniture. Let me come over here and see how much furniture we actually have. Okay, so we got more furniture than I thought we would have. What's the furniture going for today? It's still going to be like $2,100, I think. And that needs to go to the farm shop. All right, let's go sell this first. We'll come back at the furniture, bring that on down and sell that as well. And then I think we're going to go ahead and upgrade our loading wagon. I've been wanting to do that for a long time. And one hasn't come up for sale in the shop. And I kind of need one today-ish to take care of that grass field. So let's go sell this stuff and then we'll look into the store and see what we want to get. All right, should get some decent money here. As we bring it on in. So while that's selling, because we're going to take the tomatoes a second, let's come in here quickly. Loading wagons. Where are the loading wagons? Forage wagons, loading wagons. So this is what we have right now, currently. This Pottinger, and it holds 16.1. Ooh, we can get another Pottinger, and that one holds 26. Boy, these are more expensive than I remember them being, honestly. So this would be... Wow, that's a lot of extra money for a little bit more. Wow, these things are expensive. Maybe I'm going to hold off on these. I think I'm going to hold off on those. Those are more expensive than I thought they were. I mean, I can deal with what we have now, so I think we'll go ahead and wait on that. I didn't see how much we brought in, but we're up to 265. So if you're curious how much we brought in, you can see what our total was before we pulled in with the tomatoes and eggs. But I'm going to go back and get the furniture. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop off the bale spike at the main farm and pick up the bucket that picks up stones. I'm going to go ahead and sell that. I'm not going to get much money for that, maybe like $1,000. And then I'll pick up furniture and I'll meet you back down at the farm shop. We'll sell the bucket and we'll sell the furniture. And yeah, maybe just look in the store just for a bit. I want to spend some more money today. It's a bad habit to be in, but I want to spend some of this cash. Well, here's about $10,000 in change and furniture to sell. And now we'll go sell this bucket that we picked up with stones. Go ahead and just pop that right there and get this out of here in case I accidentally sell something I don't want to. And repaint, sell, And what's the value of this? I didn't see. 30. Wait, is it 39 bucks? Value is 39. I can't repair it here, so I guess I just gotta sell it. I could repaint it for 120. Alright, I'm gonna test something out here. So the value is, let's say 140. So if I repaint this, is the value gonna go up enough to recover my money on it? So hopefully the value is gonna be like 160. Nope, value is only 49, so I lost money on that. But you know what? I wanted to see if I got enough money back on it. Not so much. Not so much. I mean, the value did go up a little bit, but not enough to compensate for what I paid to repaint it. Anywho, the bucket's gone, so that's fine. Just one thing less hanging around the farm, which is okay. So, yeah, not too bad. We're back up to 276. I could pay off some more of the loan, but... yeah, I think every day or every month, maybe I'll just chip away at 10,000 if we got to 10,000. And I've already paid off 10,000 for today. Anyways, I need to go harvest those other 2 fields and then make some straw bales. I may pick them up. I'm not too sure. But, yeah, next episode we could be just expanding that field into 1 and getting rid of the other 2. And we could also be cutting some grass into swaths and start making some chaff. Well, pick up the grass and put it into our new silo bunker over there, and making some chaff, and then compacting it, or maybe we'll do all that. Have no idea. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. Hopefully, you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.